welcome to the show. This is the QA of It's Based. We're here with special guest DEG Mods. Hi, DG.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce yourself, maybe? Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me. Second is, yeah, it's better to just talk about myself as the project rather than the person. Yeah, so I'm the person that went ahead and created DEG Mods. And what is DEG Mods? It's a censorship-resistant and permissionless mod site. I've been kind of spamming that to everyone who gives a fluff. I'm not sure on the profanity on the thing. And yeah, that's what the site is. Nobody can take it down. Nobody can take down mod posts or pages or ban creators. Not even myself, the creator of the site. And yeah, that's the gist of what the site is, and it's a response to censorship, specifically mod censorship, game mod censorship, in the modding scene. And now we're here.
This is something you wrote in our showcase. A game got censored, so I went to find a mod that removes the censorship, and I found it. Yet the mod got censored too. What is this origin story about?
All right. Yeah. I mean, that is the origin story. Yeah. But I guess expanding on it is, I was playing Final Fantasy, I forgot which number, I think 7, the remake. So it's called Retro Renegade, I think. And so it's like a few year-old game, I think at that time, maybe like 2 or 4 years, I'm not sure. I was playing it, and I think halfway through or something, and I didn't expect to get any updates, but suddenly there's like a 12 gigabyte update or some other number, and I got surprised, so I looked it up, and apparently they went out of their way years later to censor the game, specifically censor one of the main characters of the game in a specific scene where they covered up the chick, basically, and I was like, okay, this is annoying. I don't like censorship, so and I want to experience like the proper initial release of the game. So I went ahead and wanted to find a mod to restore what was censored, basically. And I went to Nexus. I think somebody did make that mod, basically, and they uploaded it to Nexus Mods, I believe. Maybe some other websites too. So I went to download it and came to find that the mod was taken down or deleted, and the account creator or the mod creator got their account deleted as well. I got pissed, and that's when, yeah, pretty much, and yeah, I got pissed. So I was like, enough is enough. I'm gonna like replace every mod site that acts this way, and I will try my best to make the best mod site available. But before all of that, the mod site would be censorship resistant and permissionless. So if somebody makes a mod, that's it. They can have it up there. It cannot be taken down. I can't even take it down. Even if somebody comes in with threatening my life or shuts down the website, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so my aim is clear. Fix this issue.
It's good. It's good to have that clarity for sure. When did this happen? Which year?
I guess either I don't remember. I think like early 2023 is when I started, I think.
Okay, so it's been in the works. It's been cooking, and it's gaining momentum for sure, from what I've seen. In the Discord, you talked about some moderation tools even modders can use. What are doors? Because the other side of this as well, you still need some kind of modding, right? I'm guessing moderation. You mean like as in removing comments, or did I misinterpret that?
Yeah. So I guess the best, considering the tech that is being used right now on the site, and how we've been communicating what the site is on X, or I guess right now as well. When I say I can't, it doesn't mean I won't. So, or maybe that's a bad phrasing. Basically, you got other modding websites, right, where they say, oh, we're anti-censorship. We won't, ban your mods. We won't censor you, yada yada. But they do. Every one of these mod sites, even the pro free speech ones, have their limits, and they would censor. In my case, or in DEG Mods case, I actually can't. Like, if you tell me, like, gets a government official from any country and they would tell me or want to force me to remove it, I actually cannot. I cannot remove comments. I cannot remove mod posts, etc., etc. What I can do is hide it. That's the only, or most, that's the best thing I can do on the site, is basically hide it from initial view. And what I mean by that is, if you go, I'm not telling you to do this, but if you go to degmods.com and you see all the mods there, there are mods that would be hidden from initial view. People wouldn't see them. However, if the mod creator shares that link somewhere and gets access to it, some users gets access to that link, if they open it up, they can see the mod normally. And that's how the moderation works. That's the best thing I can do, is only hide it. Oh,
Yeah,
in terms of the tools as well, I guess I skipped over that. I explained what it is, but I didn't mention the tools. The tools is, if you, whatever tools I have, the user also has it, be it curator or a normal user. And the
interesting.
first one, if you block someone, you won't see their posts. That's pretty standard. How the other tool is something called Web of Trust, which was recently implemented, where the best way I can explain it is in the following example. If I follow you on DEG Mods and you posted a mod, that mod would be visible on DEG Mods. And if you follow somebody else in the team and they post a mod, that mod would also be visible on DEG Mods, and so on and so forth. However, if you block someone, let's say you block a fourth member in the team that created a mod post, I will not see it, because I trust you that you're handling spam, scam, all those bad people as well. So I have my own block list or hide list. You have it, and I'm also utilizing your efforts basically as well. So your network is essentially helping you create a moderated experience on the site. And that's the blocking part. In regards to the follow part, if you set up your Web of Trust to a level 1, by default it's 0, and that's what I just explained. But if you set it up to level 1, what that means is, continuing on with this example, I will still see your posts, and I will still see who you're following, their posts. However, the posts of, like, the third in the chain in this example, I wouldn't see their posts because they don't have anyone that I follow them. It's kind of complicated, or hopefully I explained it well, but that's the Web of Trust system currently on the site.
Well, anyway, you're going to do this, you're going to have to take some kind of action somewhere, right? And I think, from what I understand, you just don't want it to be unavailable, even if it's really, really bad stuff. What is the worst thing you've seen so far regarding censorship of mods? I think this stuff like this is kind of ridiculous, really, when people just remove the stupid pronoun thing, and it actually hurts their little religion, the woke religion, so to speak. Have you seen anything worse, or is there anything else you can bring up?
I mean, yeah, recently all all the mods that were being censored are categorized under either something is sexist or something is racist or something is perceived to be illegal when it's not, like what we've seen in the previous example. Is there anything more ridiculous? I guess maybe, I mean, worse, I'm not sure, but funny is the Anger Boda one from God of War. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
For me, that was funny. But however, you did. Actually,
This one?
I don't think it's the Minecraft one. But I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
was that a mod? I'm not sure.
It was kind of a launcher and a mod. I mean, you're modding the game, right? To have a different
Okay.
launcher to
Yeah.
do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. So this isn't. I don't think this is ridiculous, but I guess the story specifically is entertaining to me.
I had actually a specific question regarding just this thing as well. Let's say, like, one of the things also in the background a lot, like, is the project kind of got hijacked a little bit. That's what Prozac, one of our staff, actually told me about. And yeah, how do you ensure legitimacy? Let's say somebody comes in, maybe even like gets their account, all this kind of stuff. Can they complain to you? Like, can you, like, Redot? They got hacked for their stuff recently, right? And he
Yeah.
couldn't get his account back still. Like, support, please, on Twitter or X. Sorry, I'm dead naming again. Um, like, is there community notes? Like, how do you ensure legitimacy for some creators? Maybe there's like a name like they're associated with and they have all the mods up on the site, and suddenly all the people think it's like them. How does that work? Is that a
Yeah.
problem you tackle?
So yes, there is like reporting functions on the site. Users can report either a mod post or a whole account if they want, which basically does is sends me a message saying, hey, check this out. I think it's XYZ. And XYZ being it's a scam, it's spam, it's malware, or this is not the creator, etc., etc. And then an investigation would happen. And in terms of the authenticity of a mod, if it's the actual creator or not, time would be spent on it, and see how can I get in contact with the actual creator if I can, and if I do and confirm that okay, this is not the creator, it goes in the hiding bin. It's still accessible for people, but it would be in the hiding bin, and on that mod post itself. All mod posts that gets like hidden would get like a little note on the mod page itself, considering I can't change it, but I can add that note saying, oh, this mod post was hidden, so be careful. It might have malware, it might be scam, it might be spam, or it might not be from the original author. And that's about it. It's like any other website, I imagine. They check it out. If it's bad, they ban it. But in my case, I just hide it.
Lawsuits, all this kind of stuff. Since you're not going to censor anything, maybe there's copyright issues. How do
Yeah.
you handle that?
Obviously, I'm not a lawyer expert, and I would, get a lawyer to help me out on these things. But the logical thinking on this is, I guess, the following example, which would be, let's say there's a lot of piracy websites on the internet, right? And people use, for example, Google Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft Edge, the browser. These browsers didn't or don't host these sites, right? They don't own the domain, they don't own the server, etc., etc. But they may have been used to create the site. That's like kind of obvious. And as such, companies or governments or all of that wouldn't, or at least I haven't know an example of it, wouldn't sue like Google or Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft or any other browser for that matter, because that site existed or that site was published. So with that in mind, considering that DEG Mods isn't directly hosting any of its content, and perhaps I can explain that later.
Is it that what Noster is? Because
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll continue with this example, then go into what the tech is. So yeah, considering that DEG Mods isn't necessarily hosting any of these files or any of these posts, yeah, if any company has a copyright issue complaint, they would have to not go through me, but go to the actual user, like contact them directly and tell them to take it down, not me, because I can't do anything. And if for some reason that logic didn't, let's say, pass through the legal system, in which case it would be unjust, but hey, we're living in an unjust world, right? The site would get taken down, whatever, and that wouldn't be an issue actually, because of the tech being used and because of how DEG Mod is set up. Somebody can take the code. It's open source. I'll be sharing the link soon at some point, and can have it up on another domain, and everything is still there as if nothing happened. The links, the mods, the post, it's all there, and it's still functional. And we're gonna have it as well, where somebody can just download the site. They don't even need the domain, and run it on their PC, and they can use it as if, again, nothing happened. So even if we're gone, big whoop.
sounds very crypto, I have to say. Is it something along those lines? Like, is this the Bitcoin of like modding websites? I guess I don't know what you call it, right?
Yeah, I understand.
It sounds
So
peer-to-peer kind of thing, right? Verifiable.
it's peer-to-peer and also server. Like it's a combination of both server and peer-to-peer. So I guess, yeah, I guess I can explain what Nasr is, or what the DEG Mods is using. So yeah, DEG Mods is using, or it's built on top of a new protocol called Nostr. And Nostr stands for Notes and Other Stuff Transmitted through Relays. And what that basically means is you make a post, it goes to a server, and somebody else can see the post. And a lot of people can run the server because it's extremely lightweight. And the reason why it's interesting is because while it's doing that, it's all based on cryptographic keys. So you have a public key and a private key, basically username and password. And that's used to verify the post that you would create. So for example, if I make a post, says hello world, and send it, that's signed using my private key that nobody else knows. And people know for a fact that that message came from me and nobody else. That is, unless somebody got my private keys, in which case, I would tell people, hey, I got hacked, follow me on this other key.
Yeah, and we went before as well. If somebody like takes over somebody's account as well. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the same perils as what we call it, Bitcoin in that way. Like if people have your private keys, they have your private keys, so to
Yep.
speak. You have to be careful with that stuff.
But one clarification, I guess, so that people wouldn't misunderstand, is this is not a crypto project. This
No,
is, yeah.
I didn't want to make it sound like sorry.
No, I know you weren't, but some people might get that idea. So that's why I wanted to clarify. You can use the site. So the site has, and I guess maybe this is a question later on, the site is using as its main payment processor, is using Bitcoin, and most likely there won't be any other cryptocurrency on the site. But you can use the site without using Bitcoin at all, as if it's not there. I can even remove it if I want to, and it wouldn't affect anything. But I have it there because I also want mod creators to, get some money, in a safe, secure way and without any censorship as well. So I didn't want to have the main base of the website using traditional banking systems, because there are a lot of examples where people get debanked, freeze their accounts. You can transact with XYZ, or some countries won't allow you to make an account, so you can't get even money.
Yeah, and I'm just showing the website here so people can see it as well,
Yeah.
a little bit. And one of the things you can see as well, one of the banned Baldur's Gate 3 mods, which is from this part,
Yeah.
this lesbian lady. If you don't want the lesbian lady, you
Yeah.
can. Oh, sorry. Where are you? You can get this mod with a non-lesbian dude guy. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never tried it mod, but like, I'm guessing it replaces it with the dude, more or
Yeah.
less. Do you want to say something about the site? I mean, submit a mod. I think it's pretty. You can tip people, I guess, or this tip the website. Can you tip modders as well?
Yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead and explain like how things go on the site. As a normal user, you don't even need to make an account. You can just go to a post, you see a download button, download, done. Simple as is. For a mod creator, yeah, if you scroll down, you can see download.
There it
That's it.
is.
Yep. And for a mod creator, yeah, the process is also simple. I guess aside from the login bit, but I'll explain that later. But yeah, if you go to the submit mod page, you can just enter the game you want, title, what the description is, featured image, screenshot, summary, if it's not safe for work, tags, and the download link. So as someone might notice, yeah, there isn't necessarily a upload process, right? So I'll explain two things. The first thing is there isn't an upload process right now, because that's cost, and we're putting all that cost into developing the website rather than running servers. But the idea here is, how is this like censorship resistant? Is once the mod post is created, it's extremely difficult to have it taken down, and the mod creator can upload the mod files to some service that they can use, get the link and put it in the mod post, and people would download it through that. Basically, they wouldn't know the difference. They just click download and it'll download, and that's it. In the scenario where the server like deletes the mod files, not an issue. The creator can just go to another service, upload the mod there, and just swap the link in the mod post. The other point regarding uploading mods is there will be a process where you can upload mods on the site, but it wouldn't upload to like DEG Mod servers. It will still upload to other people's server. It'll just be a more convenient way for people to upload rather than go and find a service to upload the files. One interesting thing, though, about how we'll implement this is we will be using specific tech for it that's related or intertwined with Noster, and that tech is called Blossom, where if a mod creator uploads their mod to such a server, to a Blossom server, it will basically create an ID for the file that's associated with their cryptographic address. And as such, that ID or that file with that ID can be backed up by anyone. So it'll be backed up by us, potentially. It'll be backed up by any of the fans of the mods, just in case, and have their server up for discovery. So if, for example, the creator's mod file got deleted from his own server that he's using for some reason, and somebody clicks download, what will happen is the site will scour through Nostr basically, and look if that file with that ID is there, and then they'll download it. So basically what that means is, alongside account censorship resistance and mod page censorship resistance, there will also be files censorship resistance. soon.
Yeah, how do you long term? You're just hoping are you hoping the site kicks off? I see you hustling a lot on X. Like it's actually pretty impressive. I see you're not even check marked. You got a fair few followers. I think you got up to 4,000 on my private account. Actually, I interacted with you. Um, replying to something or other that had to do with Nexus mods, and you were like on it, like pretty much like a little like George. I'd say we had him on QA as well. Like, do you spend a lot of time on X? And how do you bring in people long term? Do you plan to advertise since it's so decentralized? Are you going to stay anonymous? Like that's the angle I'm looking at here.
Yeah, I understand. I guess the story with, I guess the hustle part on X is so the site went live for internal testing some months ago, and then it went to its first or like phase 2, or rather MVP part B or something. Basically, the current version of the site. That when that went live, that's when I started to light market, and light marketing in this case would be hustling on X. People say like I'm hustling a lot, but yeah, this is just labor. It's not interesting marketing, but it's definitely needed, and I think this type of let's say marketing, and you could say community management in a sense, is what's needed in games as well, not just myself. Taking care, answering people's questions, not hiding anything. And if there's something bad, be blunt about it. Like, yeah, if something's bad, we can't take it down. Like, and yeah, so just having fun on Twitter and poking people where I can. And I think this is the best type of marketing to do. It's kind of like cold calling, but not at the same, it's still warm calling, because like you're interacting with an individual and you're trying to solve their problem directly instead of doing a mass post. So I think,
Like
it seems, and
X is
deception
very
is good
personal.
on that.
Yeah, I think X is very personal if you actually get into it, so to speak, and it has a lot of benefit. But it is like if you're actually going to hustle that way, it's a job on its own, pretty much. I'd say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess an underlying question would be, where am I getting the time? The time, I still have, my day job, or like not necessarily day job. I'm freelancing, like doing web design stuff, web development. I'm not a programmer. I just do design and just front end stuff for in terms of like getting money. But yeah, once I'm getting by with that job, so it's not like a 9 to 5. It's freelance. So when the job is done, it's done. So after that, throughout the day, I just search for stuff, search for terms, search for people, posts, etc. See what's relevant, and talk with them, I guess, and mention DEG mods and all that stuff. And in terms of how, or like what's I guess the question would be, how can I continue maintaining the site, as well as how can I keep growing it, let's say. Well, one, I'll keep doing the X hustle, as well as, at some point, I'm going to have a Discord open as well for people to join. But it's already ready. Like, I can start inviting people, but I decided not to, at least not now, because would probably spill over the bucket of what I can handle.
Yeah, just
In
one.
which case,
Do you have a team? Is it just you so far?
it's me in terms of starting it, and then I did, the Bitcoin funding campaign thing, got some money from that, and that money was to be used not on me, but on the potential developer at that time to help me build the site. And I did discover a development team, and
Oh, that's great.
basically I hired them to help me build this website, and yeah, so the current funding campaign, all the people that have me get some money for it, especially like an individual called Merlin. He's like top G on that one. Yeah, he and other supporters contributed money, and that money was used to develop the site, along with my own personal pocket, because I was going to not spend my personal money on this. However, I saw all the stars aligning, let's say, in terms of people need this, there's positive reception, there's no competition, basically. And it's
Yeah,
new tech, so like, yeah, everything was aligning, so I started using my personal funds as well on this.
it says on the website actually you're soon going to be on Kickstarter, right?
Yes,
Probably
and that one's going to be
believe a little bit.
interesting.
Yeah, how will you fund this? Will it need a lot of funding to actually get your vision all the way there? And is there any news on the Kickstart launch at all? It says soon on Kickstart. And what is this site? I actually never seen Geyser.fund. Is that special site?
Okay, so I guess to briefly go over Geyser, Geyser is just a new, let's say, funding platform that's utilizing Bitcoin as its main payment layer. So it doesn't matter where you are, if you have an idea, have it up, you're live within 5 minutes, accepting funding. No paperwork, no nothing, you're just getting money and people helping you build your project. So that's one of there are multiple sites, but I guess this one is the cleanest and nicest looking one out there, and it seems like they're building it up well. So that's why I went with it. Yeah, and in terms of Kickstarter, basically the site is done. I'm continuing building it to add more basic features and reaching, trying to arrive at a state that I like. So what's the point of Kickstarter, if that's going to happen? Well, the point of Kickstarter is I'd imagine people want me to continue adding more systems and features to make it the best mod site available, considering that they also want a censorship resistant site. And expanding on that. So I'm assuming you've seen a lot of anti-censorship mod sites out there. One of them being, base mods. I think the other one's called RPG HQ or Mods HQ. I can't remember. There are a lot of them, and all of them are, we hate censorship, all of that stuff. But each one of them, let's say, lacks the presence of a platform in terms of design, in terms of approach, in terms of marketing, like a lot of things. It's not a product. It's just they're trying to solve a solution for censorship only, and that's great. But it's not ending up as a mainstream thing, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm solving the problem in a permanent way, but also actually solving it in a sense of, oh, just have your mods up on DEG Mods. It won't get taken down, and all the mods are there. Basically, I want to push DEG Mods to mainstream, and there isn't a worry about censorship with it as well. So that's the idea, or why I'm going with the Kickstarter as well, is to actually reach a solution to the modding scene with the site and have it as the top out there.
All right, cool. What technical skills do you need for different modding types? Like, what would you recommend?
Yeah.
Are you a modder yourself? Maybe I actually didn't ask this. I should have asked this like early on, I feel. Have you added like Trump somewhere in a weird game for fun? Right? Gotta get the there.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily I mean, I install mods for games that I want or have in the past, but I didn't create a mod myself. However, I did prototype a few games here and there using Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5. So I had fun with that in terms of developing and releasing something related to games. But in terms of creating a mod, no, I haven't made any mods.
I mean, put him in Warhammer as the God Emperor. I think that'd be fine. We gotta,
Yeah.
like, so to speak.
Just to answer the question, I guess
Sorry.
the skills you need is I mean, it's not like you're making a whole new game, right? But what you do need is just follow guides on YouTube or some articles about how to mod specific games. People usually have that up. You would need to, depending on the game, you would just need, either a photo editing software like Photoshop, or you would actually need to tinker around with game engines, so like Unreal Engine or Unity or Red Dot and so on. And there would be guides. So it's not that complicated, depending on what you want to build. But it can obviously get complicated if you want to build an AI system for a game that doesn't have it. Like that would obviously be complicated.
All right, cool. We kind of have like a few of these questions kind of touch on the same subject. What is the easiest way to mod for new modders? What tools do you use as well? I'll try to get all of them in. And is there any money into modding games? I guess they can tip you on the website, right? That's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, I can answer all of these. Is it easy? Again, depends on the game and depends on what engine they're using. And in my case, which game is the easiest? I guess games that are like, I don't know, like from RPG Maker, I'd imagine would be easy. Just you're changing texts and textures and sprites. That would be the easiest, I guess. Other than that, you can change textures from games that are utilizing Unreal Engine or Unity Engine or Red Dot Engine. There's probably guides out there you can check out. And just start small, I guess. In terms of money, if you create a mod and let's say, for example, have it up on DEG Mods, assuming people, have Bitcoin somewhere with them, they can click the tip button for that mod post, or tip the button on your profile, and a pop-up will appear with a QR. You put an amount and you just send it to the creator, and the creator can receive 100% of the tip. I don't necessarily get anything. You can show it as an example on the site if you click on any mod and scroll down to the tip or like electricity button next to the heart, I think. Above the scroll up a bit. There we go. There's the poop heart, and yeah, that one, the yellow one.
There we go.
Click it. Yeah, click it. I don't know. I can. There we go. So you can put an amount there in the field.
Satoshi is like Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Central Intelligence.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, and the Satoshi or Sats basically is cents in this case for Bitcoin. And yeah, you have sliders in terms of you can give the creator 100% of the money. We don't necessarily have to get anything. And you just click send, a QR will pop up, or if you have an extension, it'll pay it, and that's it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool.
Yeah,
that's good. Like,
and I guess other money options in the future will happen is we're gonna have like a bounty system, or like a lot of mod servers have, or mod sites maybe have a section where request a mod. There will be something like that as well in the future, but it would also include I am willing to pay X for this mod. So, I can make a post where I want a mod where I can put a luscious babe in Euro Truck Simulator sitting next to me as I drive, and I can put, oh yeah, I'll pay someone, I don't know, $50 if they can make it. And somebody makes it, you play it, awesome, you pay them. So there's also like the commission process on DEG mods.
There's no way that's going to be weird in some way, somewhere with somebody. There's a furry involved.
Hey, hey, if you want a furry babe next to you while you drive your truck, I mean, why not?
Oh god. All right. I don't know if we have any more questions. Trybeard, if you got anything from the audience or Duke's brought anything in, let me know. If not, we should probably wrap up soon. I think that's about it. Any final words, DEG?
Thanks for having me, and yeah, let's liberate game mods.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.